Hey guys, welcome back to today's video. The day has finally arrived. It is Big Brother 21, first episode. Sorry I'm not doing this video based off of the initial cast reveal. I just been really busy. So I am doing a episode 1 review / cast reveal and assessment. So I'm actually going to be doing the cast reveal first. So it's an all new cast. It has 16 new house guests. I'll give you the players or the house guests, and then I will be giving you how I think they're gonna finish in the season. So the first house guest is Annalise. She is a soccer player from Arizona or something like that. California, I don't know which one. She is a Division I soccer player for Arizona. I guess she's from Arizona then. So, she is a soccer player, so she's going to be a really good competition player. But I don't know how good she will be at competitions that aren't physical, which means the mental or the any mental comp. So she's gonna be a wild card person. I don't know, but she didn't get a lot of airtime in the first episode, so I'm hoping that she is in the future episodes. But I think she'll go far. I think she'll do good, and I'll tell you what order I have her in when we get closer into this video. Next one up is Christy. Christy is so annoying. I hate Christy. I hope she goes out early. She is just so annoying. Which is kind of sad, in my opinion, because just judging by her pre-game interview with Jeff, I was rooting for her, but now I'm not because she is so annoying. But I don't really have much to say about Christy. Next one is Cliff. He is a country boy from somewhere. I don't know. I should have wrote their names or where they're from. But he's the oldest one. And usually the oldest one usually goes out pretty early in the competition. This one I think is going to go out really early in the competition. I might do the assessment after, or I might do the order where I think they're going to place after I do the episode overview. But the next one up is David. David, I think, is going to be a good physical player. He is a fitness trainer, I believe. So that means he's really good at physical competitions. The only thing I don't know is his mental, but he is I think he has his doctorate, so he might be, he's got to be smart. So I think he'll do good. I think he'll do really good. Holly is the next one, and I don't really know much about Holly because she really wasn't aired in the episode, and I don't remember watching her interview, so I don't really have anything to say about Holly. Isabella is the next one. Isabella had the funniest intro, and I'll get to that a little later. She Isabella's going to be a mid-round person, kind of. I think she's going to go out. She could go out like really close to jury time, or she could be the first one in jury. So I think she's going to be good. Next one up is Jack. Jack is a I forget what his profession was, but he's like a surfer type dude. A lot of people are comparing him to Aquaman, Jason Momoa from Aquaman. He looks exactly like him, like the skin color, the long hair, the wavy hair, all of that is Jason Momoa, and it's also Jack. So I think he's gonna go far. I think he's gonna be really good. Next one up is Jackson. Jackson, in my initial reaction to this guy, is that he is a physical guy. He is gonna be really good at the physical comps, but he's not gonna be good at the mental comps. So that will hurt him too. So that one is a wild card again for me. But yeah, Jackson, I don't know. Next one up is Jessica. Jessica is probably my least favorite of the 16 house guests. She has the worst strategy by far into the house, and I could tell that just judging by what happened in yesterday's episode, she is going to be one of the main targets right off the bat. Everybody hates her. Next one is Catherine. I don't know a lot about Catherine. She was also one of the ones that was not aired much in yesterday's episode. Usually all of them, or they try to put all of them in the episode, but there's like 3 or 4 in yesterday's episode that wasn't even there, except for at the beginning. So, I think she'll be out. I don't know. Another wild card. I don't know. The next one is Kimmy. Kimmy is the worst, second worst, next to Jessica. She has the worst personality out of everyone on the season. She said in her interview, or her intro, that she considered herself a bad girl. So, yeah, that's good. Next one up is Nick. I want Nick to go far, but I don't think he will. He doesn't seem like a physical or mental threat to me. But why is my eyebrow like that? Anyway, he doesn't feel like a physical threat to me. He might be good in the mental competitions, but I don't know. You never know who's going to be good in mental competition until they get their first mental comp in, which is usually not until like week 2, week 3. They usually do physical all the way up for the first week. But anyway, next one, Nicole. She reminds me of Christine from season 16. Her personality just coincides with Christine, which is kind of funny because in that season, Christine and Nicole from season 16 were teaming up together for half of the season. And then, anyway, I'm not going to get into that. But Nicole, Nicole's going to be good at physical or at mental competitions, not physical. She's not going to be a good physical player. She's going to work on her social game first, and then mental competitions second, and then I don't know how. I don't think she'll do good in physical comps. But the next house guest is one of my favorite this season. His name is Ovi. Ovi is the nicest guy. He didn't get a lot of airtime once again in this episode, but in Jeff's interview, I watched Jeff's interview and I read his bio and what he wanted to do this season, how he wanted to play this game. I think his strategy is on point. I think that's what you need to do to win this game. He said he wanted to do social, which I think that's a big part of the game, trying to sway the jury, your vote, if you make it to the final. And then he wanted to do mental, which is a big part of this game. The only thing I don't think he's going to be able to do is physical competitions very well. But that's only that side. And for that reason, he will slide to the late round, or late season. Next up is another one of my favorites, Sam. I actually like all three of the last three. But Sam is a really funny guy. He's gonna do really good in this season. I don't really have much to say about him, but watch out for him because he's gonna be good. He's gonna slide all the way to late round or late season. And last but not least, one of my favorite players is Tommy. Tommy is his strategy. I was questioning at the beginning because his strategy wasn't that good, but looking at him and looking at how he's doing inside the house, he is good. Now, that's my initial cast assessment. I'll give you the review or the placement of the house guest. Sorry. Okay, so a lot of these players are from the same state and almost the same city. A lot of them are from Long Island or New Jersey, that area in the Northeast. And we got 3 from Tennessee. So, and actually 2 people went to the same college. And that's Jackson and Ovi. Both went to the University of Tennessee. Around the same time, too. They graduated a year after each other. Jackson graduated first and then Ovi did. So, that will be interesting to see if they team up together or if they're going to stay apart. Because they really don't know each other. They just have that connection of going to the same school. So, but there is at least one person or 2 people in this house that know each other. And that is Tommy and Christy. Christy's lesbian, and so is Tommy's gay. So they're both part of the LGBTQ community. I am too. That's why I like Tommy. I don't really like Christy that much. I don't know why. She's giving off bad vibes. But anyway, Tommy and Christy know each other. Christy dated Tommy's aunt for a while. They were in a long-term relationship. And at the beginning of the episode, I'm pretty sure she mentioned that she had been she had just got out of a long-term relationship with a very significant older woman. And I'm pretty sure that would have been Tommy's aunt because that would have been Tommy's like 24. and that would make, I don't know. Excuse me. So, and I have predictions for possible showmances or bromances too. Jack and Tommy, bromance. Jackson and Catherine. And basically at the beginning of the episode, everybody was drooling over Jack, the Aquaman. I'm just gonna call him Aquaman in all of my videos. That sounds good. And then towards the middle of the episode, Jackson and Jack formed an unofficial alliance. They decided they would work together, but they haven't made like official duo match yet. But we'll see tonight if they will. Now that there's people in the house that know each other, which is Tommy and Christy, my opinion is they should work together, and that will make that less awkward. It's either they're going to completely try to bash at each other and try to get each other evicted, or they're going to work together and try to make it to the end. Couch intros. They were, at the beginning of every season, first episode, they always do introductions about each other. This season was pretty interesting. That's why I had to put it in this video, because it's so interesting that it had to be mentioned. Usually I wouldn't mention it, but this season I had to. They didn't show all of them, but the ones that they did show were good. Especially Tommy's, not Tommy's, who was it? It was Jackson's was pretty good. Kimmy's was pretty good. I can't remember who all introed. But they were all pretty good. No one lied. At least the ones that they showed, no one lied about their profession. So good for them. So all the house guests were in the kitchen. They were in the kitchen, and this, I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video, but this episode is, or this season is camp themed. So every competition is going to be camp themed. All the houses camp themed. It's a pretty good house. It's actually pretty good. I'll probably link a video of the tour that Julie Chen Moonves does at the beginning of the season before they go in. So I'll do that. I'll link a video of that down below. But they were all in the kitchen. Every house guest was in the kitchen, and Julie Chen Moonves comes on to the TV and says, "Everybody gather in the living room. I have an announcement." And she threw a twist at them. A big twist that's going to affect the entire game. And this twist is called the BB Camp Director. Now, the way this works is they go into the backyard one by one. Rules are, you can't vote for themselves, and but you can campaign for yourself. So you can get people to vote for you. So the following people, once Julie Chen stopped and they were able to talk to each other again, I forgot what it was, but somebody said, does anyone want to volunteer to be the camp director for this week? And 4 people, I couldn't remember if it was 4 or 5, but at least 4 people voted to be camp director. The following people voted to be camp director, or volunteered to be camp director: Jackson, Jessica, Cliff, and David. Jackson's reason for volunteering was that he feels that he is going to be week 1 target. And part of being camp director is that you are safe for the first live eviction. So he wanted, because he wanted to be safe for the first week. My opinion is that's the wrong reason to want to be camp director, because it's going to create a target on your back, an even bigger target than just being a physical threat. Jessica's reason was stupid. I think that she is just being petty, and she just wants it for herself, because she wants to have that title. She wants to have that power. Cliff said that usually since he's 40 years old, or in his 40s, I don't know exactly what age he is. I think he's gonna be. He said that he wanted it because he was old, and usually the old people go out first. And that's true in some cases. But Jerry from season 11, I think it was, made it all the way to Final 3 with Dan in Memphis. So, and also Remy from the same season made it pretty far too. So, old people sometimes don't go far or don't get kicked out, but the oldest person in season 18, I think 18, was Glenn. And Glenn was pretty old, and he got booted on day 1. So, I think his reason is pretty valid. And the last one that volunteered is David. And his reason was he just wants this. So, they all campaigned. All 4 of them campaigned for each other. Except for Cliff and David. So basically it was only Jackson and Jessica that campaigned. All the girls and Tommy and Jessica got into a room and decided to vote for Jessica for camp director. And everybody else basically gathered in a separate room and talked to Jackson. And then, who was it? It was Nicole and Tommy that went to that room too. It was after Jessica's meeting. And basically they decided that they were going to vote for Jackson. Now, Nicole was torn, because Nicole and Tommy were torn, but Nicole mostly because she said that she didn't know who she was going to vote for, because both of them made pretty good arguments, so it's going to come down to she says it would, in her mind, it would come down to who is going to vote me out, basically, if I don't vote for them. She said that Jackson was going to be the one that would most likely vote her out, so she voted for Tommy. No, it's not Tommy. Jackson. Which made me think that she's a floater. Jackson ended up winning. But after the competition, Julie came onto the onto the speakers on the backyard and said, "Jackson, you won this camp director position, but there's a twist. You have to name 4 house guests that could be potentially banished from this house, or potentially evicted. There's a competition in today's episode. That it's a competition to see which 3 house guests are going to stay, and what house guest is going to be leaving. I think if I was Jackson, I would pick 3 big physical competitors, and then I would pick 1 person that I absolutely can't stand already, and it's only been a couple hours. So, in my opinion, he should pick people like Jack, Nick, and David, and pick someone like Jessica or Kimmy or Christy. But that's just my opinion. That's who I would pick. Is Jack, Nick, or Jack or Nick. Or no, Jack, Nick, David, and Jessica. Or, Jack, Nick, David, and Christy. So those are the 4 that I would pick. So, back to the cast, my cast, my cast assessment, basically. So, I don't know when jury starts. So, I'm just going to say the order of who I think they're going to evict first, and who I think is going to win. I can't do jury votes. I'm just gonna do who I think is gonna be good. Because again, it's all 1 episode, and you can't do jury votes, especially when they haven't even shown half the house guests. Or a third of the house guests. So, 4th. First one out is going to be Cliff, the old cowboy. So he's gonna be out first. Second one out, Jessica. Jessica's gonna be a bad person. Don't think she should have been in the house. Third one is Jackson. I feel like that he is going to be backdoored. I think he's going to be nominated week 2. And I feel we're going to learn the lesson that he has to be backdoored, and he's just going to go week 3. Fourth one evicted is going to be Kimmy. Yeah, she's not a threat to anybody, but usually she might be a floater and float herself to the end, but I don't see that happening. I'm pretty sure they're going to kick her out in week 5. Anyway, number 5, Catherine. Like I said, I don't know anything about Catherine, so I just put her going out this week. 6, Nicole. Nicole is, again, not a physical threat, but she's going to show herself in the mental comps, and usually week 3 is when they do mental comps, so she is going to be she might be out in the next one, but she's going to be out this week because they're going to see that she's a mental threat and a social threat too. 7, Isabella. Isabella's not going to be a threat to anybody, either physical or mental. She's going to be a social threat because she is the nicest person in the house, or one of the nicest people in the house. So I think she's going to go out 7th. 8, Christy. Now, I think by this point they're gonna figure out that if Christy and Tommy work together, this is when they're gonna figure out that they're working together. So, I think that they're gonna not make it to the end. So anyway, Holly is next. Again, I don't know anything about Holly, so I just put her at number 9. That's all. Ovi for 10. Ovi is going to be a social issue. People are gonna see him and think, oh, he's getting along with too many Huskies. We gotta get him evicted before he wins this competition, because this is when jury starts. I'm pretty sure, or during jury, I'm pretty sure Holly is gonna be the first one on jury. So second one on jury would be Ovi. Actually, it would be 8 for. No. I don't know when jury starts. It's 5. So they start in 6 would be Nicole. Anyway, number 11. Sam. Again, I don't know anything about Sam, so I just put him in a random position. 12. David. David is going to be another one that's going to. His social game is going to ruin him. It's going to hurt him. He's going to be too social, and want to talk to everybody, and that's not going to go good with people who want to make it to the end to win the show. So I think he's going to be voted out week and for this Baltimore infected. This is stupid. 13, Jack. Competition piece. He reminds me of Austin from season 17. So, yeah, that's that. 14, Tommy. He's just gonna be a social threat too. So, what is going to vote? So the final 2 are Nick and Annalise. And I have Nick leaving 15. So I have Annalise winning the whole show. I think that she's going to be a good all-around player in this game. So that is my cast review / episode 1 review. So there is going to be part 2 of this episode, because it's a 2-night season premiere. So there will be a video coming out tomorrow around 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. So be on the lookout for that video. I'm gonna try and do all of them this year, because last year for Celebrity Big Brother I stopped after episode 3 or episode 4. So I'm gonna try and do it every season. I have this pad of paper with my notes. Excuse my handwriting. I have this pad with all these notes on it. This is just episode 1. These 2 pages are just episode 1. But half of it is the cast assessment. So it might only be 1 page, it might be 2. So this video is, for the first episode, was longer. So They're probably going to be about 15-20 minutes long. That's how long the first my first episode or my first season was, which was Celebrity Big Brother 2. So that is it for this episode of BB 2221. So yeah, I will see you tomorrow. Peace.